The aesthetic of my doofy little show. Hi. Yes, we're here. Hi there. How are you? It is that time once again for show 59. Wow. Well, you just get into the habit of doing it and you just keep doing it, and then you have a show and you have a series. Ipanema. IPANEMA. So it's spelled Ipanema, but it's pronounced Ipanema. Pretty sure. And yes, that's I used to have the Girl from Ipanema a recording of that on the soundtrack, and then I decided that since they gave me grief over using Journey of the Sorcerer, I'd do that. Today's show merits the hat. Yes, it does. Oh, look, it's a hat. Oh, look, it's a man in desperate need of a haircut. Okay, and I can't really shave my head because we have a request from the management that I never ever shave my head because the back of my head looks like the prosthetic that Mr. Dorn wore in Star Trek: The Next Generation. And if you get that reference, you're as old as I am. So how are y'all? Here we are again, another lovely, lovely Wednesday afternoon, and I am almost prepared to actually do the show. I was busy doing the day job thing, and I actually noticed that, just glanced down, it's like, ooh, 4:30, I should do my show, because I commit to it. Some people say I should be committed. If not to this show, then at least to something. So today's show is pretty much one cover tune. We're doing more Buffett. And then all the rest of it is original stuff. And I'm going to I have a challenge today. Well, the challenge for the last few days has been, don't play this so freaking fast. And the challenge for today is, do not try Bubba! Hey, dude! So for everybody else, Bubba is my friend from the Sea Dogs, as well as Tom Bedlam is my friend from the Sea Dogs. And we are 3 parts of what used to be 4 Dangerous Minds. The Axis of Wrong, I think it was called once. And so happy to see that folks are hanging out. Yeah, this hat band was actually from a trim booth at Folsom Renaissance Festival, as opposed to the other Folsom Fair that happens in San Francisco. It's an entirely different fair. Yes, there's a cat. There we go. We're in C. That's what it is. So let's go ahead and do a thing. The first song is, and this was an entirely randomized spreadsheet that I have written some of it down here. I actually have the spreadsheet, and the folks on my Patreon page get to see the entire thing before I play through it. I'm sure that both Folsom Fairs have cats. I just happen to have 2 cats in the house. The black and white one there, that was Domino. And the more mellow one, who may come in and demand attention later on, is Delilah. You never try to keep the wild ones home. But mister, don't just sit there and wait. Go out on the town, making all of the rounds. It won't matter if you're your own date. Till my body got fried, dreaming of your pretty eyes up in South Carolina. I can't pronounce my R's and G's when I'm speaking Southernese. Honey, honey, come and do me again. I seen fat cat style, 300 pounds, a jive smile, young girls giggling all the while. That's not my cup of chowder. I go for candlelight, cold champagne nearly every night. Honey, do a little toast for me and you. Why couldn't you have taken that non-stop train? I'm hungry, and I really want to see you again. Keeps staring at your empty plate. Waiter D keeps telling me, sir, she's just not coming. What the hell does Garcon know? We've been through all this before. Honey, come and do me again. And the bridge. Honey, why couldn't you have taken that non-stop train? I'm hungry, and I really want to see you again. Vacantly occupied, sat on the beach until my body got fried, dreaming of your pretty eyes up in South Carolina. I can't pronounce my R's and G's when I'm speaking Southernese. Honey, come and do me again. One more time, well now. Honey, come and do me again. Whoa, well now. Honey, come and do me again. Nice way to start things out there. Yes, there are cats of various kinds, both Folsom Fairs, I think me. Jimmy Buffett song. I am gradually expanding my Jimmy Buffett repertoire. Yes, Kay, you can be very happy about that. As can the rest of the parrot heads in my little peer group. There are a startling number of parrot heads amongst the sea dogs. Why? Well, because Jimmy Buffett writes that kind of song, and I love the fact that he has characterized his music as Gulf and Western, and I'm a very big fan of that idea. So, there it is. There we are. So, the next three songs are all songs I have written. And it's weird the fact that I've done that. I'm happy about it. I mean, the number of songs that I have that fall under the category of original are well into the 30s at this point, and that's just the ones that are mostly finished. There's a couple that are still kind of hanging out in the back. As a matter of fact, tomorrow I'll be doing for the very first time my anti-toxic fan song called I'm Just Here to Piss Off Travis. And hopefully nobody's offended by that title, because it gets used a lot. It's in the chorus. Oh god, fruitcakes might just, but I'm working on Come Monday 1st, K, because that is what you suggested I check out. So there. So this next song is a traditional steampunk airship pirate sock stealing sea shanty in the traditional mode. And I think I've told the story about this a few times, but some of you are new to this, and I know that some of you are in there. Oh well, we'll discuss Travis, Bubba, tomorrow. It's not the Travis you and I know from Dogs. It's an entirely different and somewhat nebulous and almost abstract Travis at this point. But with this song, I was literally puttering around during the day job, going through the list of things I need to do, and my brain is just weird sometimes. It's like, I gotta do this, gotta do this, gotta do that, and then we'll steal their socks. What? And then we'll steal their socks. Oh man, now I gotta write a song. I kind of think it was inspired by the underwear gnomes, who's, step 1, steal underwear, step 2, question mark, question mark, question mark, step 3, profit. So this became Sock Pirates, which is in A minor, very piratey key. Arr. It was originally in A major. That's kind of like key. A7 is whoa, but definitely R, not whoa. Whoa, no, that wouldn't work. All right, seriously, this song. Come listen to me tale, me hearties, heed well to me call. We'll launch our ships and stealthily we'll glide over the wall. We'll land as soft as feathers and we'll deftly pick their locks. We'll pounce upon our prey, me boys, and then we'll steal their socks. Sock pirates in dirigibles, the sky be where we roam, just looking for a decent pair without a holy toe. Sock pirates in the clouds, me boys, the sky be where we roam. We'd all turn on as sailors if we just could make our own. The city watch, they know our ship, each one does know our names. They stalk down us poor sailors, and upon us heap their shame. We'll ransack every port in town, for hosiery we adore. 'Tis not so much a fetish, more a way of keeping score. Sock pirates in dirigibles, the sky be where we roam, just looking for a decent pair without a holy toe. Sock pirates in the clouds, me boys, the air be where we roam. We'd all turn on as sailors if we just could make our own. We'd almost had our fill, me lads, but we made one stop more. Accosted a fair maiden coming out of the yarn store. This plucky lass, she was quite brave, she did not flinch a bit. She glared us down defiantly and taught us how to knit. Oh, that ain't hard. Sock pirates of the sky no more, no longer do we roam. We've all turned on as sailors who know how to turn a toe. Sock pirates of the clouds no more, we've settled down at home. We've all turned on as seamen now that we can make our own. Yeah. I have to be careful when I'm playing that, because I start drifting into Sea Dog mode. Now, to explain Sea Dog mode to those of you who are not Sea Dogs, there's a certain kind of physical stance that goes along with being a Sea Dog. And I think I can demonstrate it. I think I can demonstrate it because I think I can get up. Now, you see, this is me standing up like a normal person. Now, if I am portraying Tobias Anchor boasted on board the completely legitimate trading vessel known as the Black Dawn, 3 things happen. Number 1, I get shorter. Number 2, I get wider. And number 3, I get stupider. That's right. So you tend to hunker. And that's probably why I have bad knees, really. So that's another thing I can blame on being the sea dog. But so I have a tendency to hunker down when I do that business instead of sitting upright. And yes, the ding is a very important part of that song because it tells me when to move to the next verse. It's like the carriage return on an old typewriter. It's my story. To it I shall stick. So, the next song is another in the Cranky Pants sequence. I have about 3 Cranky Pants songs, 4 if you count the one I'm going to debut tomorrow. By Cranky Pants songs, I mean these are songs where I'm not just being happy and light and puffy, but I'm also kind of... There's no kind of about it. I'm basically giving grief to people I honestly feel deserve it. And this one is about a certain subsection of the YouTube commentary world. Not the folks that do comments, because I have not written a song called I Looked at the Comments Ray, which may very well happen one day. Always proceed with caution when you're looking in the comments section of anything, because you'll be fine. You made me look at that with my own eyes. So this next one is about a certain subsection of folks who make a lot of political commentary, generally from the privacy of their own vehicle, and yet they still wear sunglasses. This right here. This right here. I wrote this song specifically inspired by this particular image over here, and I kind of have Jana Zepp to thank/blame for that, which means that there's a number of things I have to thank/blame her for. So there it is. Yes, always proceed carefully. So yesterday y'all heard Somebody Is Wrong on the Internet and Mansplaining in Florida. And the third song in my Cranky Pants sequence is, in fact, Hot Take from My Truck. And it is played in the key of freedom. If I had a gimme cap, I would wear it right now. If I had a gimme cap here, I would, but I'm not going to. See if I can remember how to do this. I also have to, like, I have to dumb myself down slightly for the song. Okay, that should do it. All right, so... Freedom! Got my sunglasses on, got my windows up tight, got the inside info, yeah, I'm gonna shake them snowflakes up tonight. Got my iPhone clamped down on my high-res visor, gonna give y'all the truth, cause freedom don't need no supervisor. Y'all want the hard-edged facts? Well now, boy, you are in luck. Honey, turn the YouTube on, time for a hot take from my truck. Freedom! Got all the time in the world to make a 10-minute rant. Patriotism is high, although the facts are kinda scant. Y'all won't believe the truthiness of the stuff I got to say, but I'm gonna be brave and hide in my truck while I rant about the American way. Y'all want the hard-edged facts? Well now, boy, you are in luck. Honey, turn the YouTube on, time for a hot take from my truck. controversial opinions. They're talking about just like another dozen YouTube minions. Freedom flows in my veins. You know, I ain't got no fear. So I'll just hide and rant in my truck until my boss or wife finds me here. Y'all want the hard-edged facts? Well now, boy, you are in luck. Honey, turn the YouTube on. Time for a hot take from my truck. Well, it's a minivan, don't tell nobody. Y'all want the hard-edged facts? Well now, boy, you are in luck. Honey, turn the YouTube on. Time for a hot take from my truck. America. Wow. Excuse me. Palate cleanser. That's right, the chemicals in Diet Coke will even scour away America. Freedom! There's like a whole bridge rant thing that I'm working on. I was gonna start on it. I was gonna try and riff on it while playing, but to be completely frank with y'all, I was so damn doofy in that song, I didn't feel like it needed any additional topping. It'd be like putting whipped cream on after you put the cherry on top of the ice cream sundae. There's no real good reason for it. Oh, every so often I write a song and I try to figure out why I did. That's right, freedom with a B on the end, that's correct. Freedom, that is in fact the freedom to do whatever you want without thinking that you're going to have to deal with the consequences later. Alright, I may not be doing my job right. This last song in the set was written because I had written Internet Famous, and I did Internet Famous last week, and that was on that playlist. Gotta apologize, it looks like we're having some, well, it sounds like we may be having some feed issues. Hopefully this will all get cleared up soon. No, really, Internet, behave. Behave, Internet. Oh, God, what? There we go, and we're back. I have a little thing that tells me the bandwidth that's being used, and when it goes down to 0, I get really worried. So I haven't spent thousands of dollars on anything yet to doing coding, so we're basically relying on the graphics card in my computer and a, yes, wire Wi-Fi network connection. Yeah, I should probably run some coax or something. We'll eventually do that, maybe. Once we know where I'm going to do this show, like, for real moving forward. So the song I'm going to do now is the Renaissance Fair equivalent, or I was trying to write the Renaissance Fair equivalent of Internet Famous. Internet Famous is, of course, a song about how it's not hard to be famous on the internet. This next song, All I Want, the Troubadork ballad, is about what pretty much goes through everybody's mind and heart at the Renaissance Festival at one time or another. And in fact, if you've ever been involved in any kind of performing arts, you're going to know exactly where I'm coming from with this one. Now, my goal here is not to try to blast this one. You know how that last song was? This one's going to be lighter, and I'm hoping, one, that the microphone picks it up and it's not drowned out by the ukulele. And if you've ever worried about being drowned out by your own ukulele, you probably have some projection issues. The reason I don't want to be drowned out by the ukulele is I'm not going to push this one too hard because there's some notes in here that are right at the bottom of my vocal range, where it drops right into lyric baritone, and Kay will be able to do these fantastically. Damn it. We've had some ideas, and some very bad ideas, about doing something where it's a singing group, two musicians on the edge, each trying to push the other one over the side, so just to see who can break who first. Let me see here. All I need is for another idiot in burlap acting out to get some attention. Just wants to be famous, if only for a while. 'Cause all I want is for everyone to love me. All I need is for everyone to care. All I desire is just unbridled admiration. I want to be the most important person at the fair. Got the acting bug in high school. Rennie costumes, they look so cool. Hitched my wagon to the fair to see where I could go. These villagers are my sis and brothers. I'll shout louder than the others, 'cause at Ren Fair, everyone's the star of their own show. But all I want is for everyone to love me. All I need is for everyone to care. All I desire is just unbridled admiration. I want to be the most important person at the fair. Worked all year to make my costume, hand-sewn every single button. The research that went into this just borders on obscene. So pardon me if I sound grumpy, but I feel so blasted frumpy. Why's that one get all the attention just 'cause she's the queen? 'Cause all I want is for everyone to love me. All I need is for everyone to care. All I desire is just unbridled admiration. I want to be the most important person at the fair. Redux! All I want is for everyone to love me. All I need is for everyone to care. All I desire is just unbridled admiration. I want to be the most important person at the fair. I want to be the most important person in this chair. I was just in A Winter's Tale, but not pursued by a bear. True story. I have, in fact, been in Sofa Shakespeare's second, my second Sofa Shakespeare production of A Winter's Tale, Act 1, Scene 2, and I have new paper bags because the aesthetic of the show is that, in keeping with the aesthetic of the previous performance, rather than having expensive costumes, we do this, and act with a paper bag on our head. It's theater. It's an aesthetic. It's a directorial choice, and I had the paper bags. And we will later use the paper bags in the organics bin, so everything is fine. Wow. So we have once again come sliding in sideways on another glorious Wednesday Troubadork show. One more show this week, and then Monday, July 6th, is my 53rd birthday. Oh, Lord. I'm as surprised as anyone is, to be honest with you. I'm also surprised that this is doing as well as it is. I see that people are going and looking at the replays, and I see that people are looking at the replays in Facebook, and I have 4 Twitch followers, which is completely bewildering since I'm literally this nobody, this bozo with a ukulele and a few songs. I really like that. I really appreciate the fact that you're all hanging out with me, and that you help make my end of the day commute a lot easier. So let's talk about a couple things real quick. There we are. In the event that you have disposable income and no sense, you can drop a couple of bucks in the tip jar at paypal.com/theadequate, like Robert and Rick and Emily and Miranda did. I'm very grateful to them. If you want a slightly more long-term plan, you too can support adequacy in our lifetime by going to patreon.com/theadequate. You too can commit $1 or more per month for a year, and that money goes directly into paying for things like webcams. That's how I got this camera. The software that I use to pull chords out of songs that I don't have the chords for, which is how I got the chords to burlap. Ukulele strings, talent, stuff like that. And that is at patreon.com/theadequate. And I want to once again thank Alicia and Relly and BK and Kaylee and Richard and John and Brian and Lorene for being my Party on Patreon patron people. Patreon folks also get previews of songs. They've already heard the ballad of the Dread Peasant Festus, which I'll be singing on my birthday because I wanna. They've also heard a few things that got to them before it got to the rest of the world, like the studio cut of Do You Know My Friend from Fair, the first time I've successfully recorded that ever. so much happy about it that I actually left the joyful yelp at the end in, because, well, there are buttons to be had, there are ebooks, there are physical books, there's the You're So Darn Smart, You Write a Song level, where you tell me to write a song about something you want me to write a song about, and to do. I'm an idiot. Patreon.com/theadequate is where that happens. And of course, we then talk about the fact that you can find these shows after I've done them over here at Facebook.com/TobiasTheAdequate and YouTube.com/MPLEGARE in the Troubadork playlist. I have updated that. It is up to date until this show, and then I got to put this one on that playlist as well.